No, it was one of those things I almost said yes before I'd even read it, kind of thing. It was like very clear. Yeah.
And congratulations on the film. I mean, unbelievable. It's an unbelievable film, and we all know now. Oscar nominations. Actually, I should start with that. Congratulations to both of you, Sarah, obviously as well for the adapted screenplay nomination. Just for you, how does it feel to get the recognition now for a film that I assume you both worked so hard on?
I mean, it was thrilling. I think our hopes were very low at that moment, and so it's always a great place to start with low expectations, and so you can really enjoy the shock and surprise of the film. And because it does mean something to a film, it does mean far more people see it and talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. And so how did the film come to you, Ben, then? Do you know what I mean? How did you get involved with this? Because your character, August, I mean, he's so complex, he's so nuanced. So you play the character so well, but what was it about the role that grabbed you and made you want to do it?
Well, I love Sarah's work and I love Miriam's work. So when I got a script that was by Sarah based on a book by Miriam, it was just one of those very rare occurrences when you feel super excited to sit down and get stuck into reading. And it was, yeah, I loved how complex it was. I loved the complexity of the discussion, the philosophical nature of the discussion. I felt there was something about how it just stayed in that was very strong and unusual. And finally, I was very, very, very affected by it, very moved. So, and I love Sarah's writing. I loved the way she got inside all of these people. No, it was one of those things I almost said yes before I'd even read it, kind of thing. It was like very clear. Yeah.
Yeah, and does that come easy to you, Sarah? Because obviously it is a brilliant script to take a novel and turn it into what you turned it into. Was that a long, hard process, or is that just like naturally easy for you to do?
It was hard with this one. I think naturally I find writing, there is a certain amount of ease and flow to it, but I think to figure out how to capture the spirit of this novel in a script was much more difficult. I wrote many drafts and had to tear it apart and put it back together many times, I think, before it was in a place where we were all happy with it.
Yeah, and you have an amazing cast in this. I mean, not just Ben, obviously, you got Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, Francis McDormand. The list goes on. What was it easy to get? It sounds like everybody, judging from Ben's answer earlier, everybody as easy a yes as Ben was. Do you know what I mean? Everybody wants to work with you. So, but to line all those huge actors up at the same time to be in the same place, that must be a challenge in itself.
Well, I think also everyone really loved the book. So a lot of the people in the film had read the book and fallen in love with it. So Rooney had actually reached out to me, a year before we started casting, saying I've fallen in love with this book. And I was a huge fan of hers. So that was really exciting. But I think that having that incredible novel really helped us have access to people for this ensemble project that maybe we wouldn't have.
Okay. And did you get time to bond with the cast, Ben? Because sometimes you hear about these projects and there's not enough time for huge long rehearsals or anything like that. Was there much time to actually get to know each other and bond as a cast?
There was, because we were all together all the time, which I thought that was just sort of happenstance, but actually I think it might have been a cunning ploy.
But I'd like to take credit for it. They didn't have trailers. They had a huge green room, which was actually a function of, we were in a convention center that wasn't really set up for filming, and so the trailers were miles away. So everyone just had to hold together in this green room, which I would like to say was part of a cunning plan to create community, because that's what it did.
It really
did. The truth is, I'll think of it next time.
It was. We were together all the time, really, all day, every day for 9 weeks, and it was great. Yeah.
So you obviously then got to know each other well. So as a director, then did you jump in each scene to give notes and things like that, or do you just let it flow and then come maybe after the end of the day approach people and say maybe do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or how did you work as a director with the cast?
I mean, generally there are some conversations from scene to scene. I don't give notes for the sake of giving them. So if there isn't anything to say, I don't say anything. But it was also a really collaborative group of people. So it was easy to have those conversations as a group about what was working and what wasn't.
Well, listen, congratulations on the film. Congratulations on all the success. And thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.